All right, the Sooners have Kent State coming up this weekend, and I got 5 things to keep your eyes on for this upcoming game. We're going to talk about that coming up here in about 10 seconds. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here with Unfair Sports, talking OU football, college football, and sports in general. And in this video, we're going to talk about the 5 things I want you to look out for during the Kent State-Oklahoma game in Norman, Oklahoma on Saturday night. Now, of course, out there's a bunch of analysis and breakdowns of the OU Kent State game that's coming up. Honestly, I don't see a real reason to do it. OU is a 33-point favorite in this game, which tells me we're expecting some big things. So because of that, I'm thinking of 5 things that I feel like you should all keep your eye on this game to see if some of my predictions mainly come true, but some changes that you'll possibly see in the OU offense as well as defense and a few other surprises. So let's dive right in. But before we do that, jump in the comments. Let your boy know, what do you expect to see different from Oklahoma going against Kent State this week that we did not see last week against UTEP? I want to hear your strongest opinions on that. You might end up on the show. Your comment may end up on here on the show on the next video, but I want to hear from you all. Jump in the comments, let me know, and also go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button while you're here if you have not done it yet. Let's dive into it, shall we? Now, the first thing I think you all should keep your eye on in this game is going to be the physicality on the offensive and the defensive line. I expect there to be a lot of running in this game, and I expect the offensive line to open up a lot of holes. I also expect the defensive line to do the same thing and be powerful. So kind of like in this video here with Marcus Major running up the middle, you see that offensive line making some holes for him. I expect to see a lot of that in this game. OU is trying to make their presence known. They're imposing their will, and they're trying to be as physical as possible. That is the name of the game for a guy like Brent Venables. And so because of that, I expect to see more of that going forward from Oklahoma, which is exciting as an OU fan because, you know, we miss all that super physicalness. We're going to get more of it on the offensive and the defensive side. So keep your eyes on that particularly. Second thing for you to keep your eyes on is Kent State likes to slang that thing. So I expect some big time secondary play and some actual turnovers in this game. So in UTEP, you got 1 interception, Gentry Williams, Tulsa boy, freshman, got him an interception at the end of the game, which basically closed and sealed the deal. But Kent State likes to throw it. We saw that against Washington last week. If you didn't get to watch any of their game, they do throw the ball. They also last year had like the 4th ranked offense in the country. They are the flash offense. They like to go, 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 go. And because of that, we expect them to do that again in this game. Now, because their offense is so flashy, their defense is actually kind of atrocious. But that's neither here nor there. I do expect them to go out there and be slanging it in a hurry-up offense just like Oklahoma. And because of that, there's an opportunity for a lot of turnovers. Their quarterback is a risk taker, but we should see interceptions like the one Gentry got last week out of this defense. So expect more turnovers from the secondary. Expect some tip passes. Expect that cheetah roll to really jump out from Deshaun White as well as Justin Harrington. I expect a bakery to be out there going on. They should have that oven nice and hot, and them turnovers should start to be cooking. That's something to look out for. The third thing I think you all should be keeping your eyes out for in this game, Marvin Mims and Dylan Gabriel connecting a lot. So in the game on Saturday, Dylan Gabriel tried to go at Mims at the beginning of the game. They missed out on a post. A couple plays later, he hits him on a 42-yard strike. I expect to see more of that. This should be the breakout game for Marvin Mims. Just because Kent State is, not a formidable opponent, mainly because that spread tells us that they're not, I see Oklahoma opening up the playbook a little bit more. They're trying to slowly get themselves up and ready for the big games coming later on in the schedule. And this is the perfect opportunity. You got 2 teams that, are teams that you should blow out. Technically, you covered the spread last week at 31.5. This one's 33. You should cover this one too. And like I said, because Kent State does run a hurry-up offense, there's going to be a lot more plays in this game. So because of that, expect Dylan Gabriel, just like this pass here, to hit Marvin Mims deep and often. You're also going to see a lot of Braden Willis as well. You know, we got to keep the big man fed. Drake Stoops, he's definitely going to get his. He always does. But I think this is the game that Mims breaks out. If we don't get a breakout from Mims, Jalil Farouk will probably be the next one in line to get that breakout. But I'm really expecting that of Mims. And I also expect Dylan Gabriel to throw for over 300 yards in this game. So keep an eye out for that. Now, before I jump into the last two, I want to let you all know this shirt I got from HomeField Apparel. Friends over there got some dope vintage Oklahoma gear. They also got vintage shirts for other schools, but the Oklahoma stuff is pretty fire. So if you want to go ahead and grab you a shirt from there, they're giving 20% off if you click on the link in the description. So go down in the description. You'll see the link. It'll say HomeField Apparel. Click on that link. Get you 20% off your shirt. It'll ask for your email address. Show some love. Get you some vintage apparel. That's what I did. Hopefully you will too. Now, the fourth thing for you to look out for in this Oklahoma-Kent State football game is going to be the blitz. Now, as you see here, OU's getting a bunch of sacks. That Jared Kanik blitz was beautiful at the end of the game. He's going to be a monster. The mechanic, my goodness. But anyway, we didn't see a lot of blitzing in the first game. It was more of a soft zone, vanilla defense. Everybody's talked about this. I talked about it, ad nauseum at this point. But I expect Venables and Roof and Bates to open up the playbook a little bit more and get a little bit more exotic. We may see some more exotic moves, exotic defenses. I'm not sure what the sets are going to be called, but I know that there's going to be some special stuff going out there. So keep your eyes open for them really blitzing and going for pressuring that quarterback, especially because Kent State is running that hurry up offense and they're go, go, go. They're going to try to get them off the field as fast as possible. And that's one way to do it is by keeping pressure on the quarterback. Now, they're not going to open up the entire playbook, so we may not see a lot of exotic setups, but we will see some good blitzes. We will see some pressure on the quarterback because they have to start tuning this bad boy up and make sure that it's a well-oiled machine going into Lincoln, Nebraska, as well as coming home versus Kansas State. Expect a lot more blitzing in this game. That's the fourth thing to really look out for. Now, the fifth and final thing that I know you all should be keeping your eyes on is recruits. There's going to be a slew of recruits at this game. So if you go to the game, make sure you scream out and wave at some of these players. But it looks like Jackson Arnold's going to be bringing up the entire gang from Guyer, Texas. That's including Peyton Bowen, his little brother from the 2024 class, Eli Bowen, as well as Ryan Yates. Now remember, Peyton Bowen is committed to Notre Dame right now, and Ryan Yates is committed to LSU. Supposedly in the reports, they're both going to pull up along with Peyton's little brother, Eli, in an attempt to get him flipped. Now, so far, all the guys at 24/7 think that there's a really good chance it could happen. Nothing is truly confirmed yet, but I would love to see this safety come here to join all of the other elites that we're going to be getting in this class. Probably one of the best classes ever at Oklahoma since it's been recorded. We can't talk about the 90s and 80s because they didn't record it back then. But now, this is probably one of the best classes to ever come through, potentially. Along with them, you'll have 5-star defensive end David Hicks, as well as 4-star defensive lineman Jordan Renaud. Now, they're supposed to both be pulling up also, which is exciting. There's been some conflicting reports around Hicks as well as Renaud, but so far it's looking like they're expected to be there on official and unofficial visits just to come up there and kick it. You'll have them going along with Caden Green, as well as Jacoby Johnson, and a slew of other recruits are going to pull up. Might be even surprises. Expect to see these players interacting with those recruits on the sideline. Once they get scores or big plays, they're going to find a way to get their attention and remind them and let them know this is home. Come here to Norman and help build something special because they have a great opportunity to do it. The way it sounds is David Hicks has been fonged and he is on the path to become a Sooner in the future. He's not going to do his commitment until in January. So we got a long ways to wait for the 5-star, but the expectation is that he will become a Sooner. And if that is what happens, oh boy, this class is going to be stupid good. That will actually keep Oklahoma probably in the top 5, if not move them up into the top 3, depending on as all the other recruits begin to make their decisions later on. So with that, that's the 5 things that I think you should keep your eyes out for in this game. Please hit the like and subscribe button, show some love, jump in the comments and tell me what you think, as well as tell me what you think I should be looking out for or what everyone else should be looking out for. I'll have my morning after video from this game on Sunday as we prepare for the NFL slates. But with that, We'll chop it up with you all in a few days. Peace.